Hi, my name is Erez and I'm the CEO and founder of CRiskCo, where we transform commercial credit. And I'm happy to present in this conference in Mexico. Small and medium businesses are the backbone of the economy. They are the majority of the biggest number of businesses in Mexico and in general. They're in charge of more than 50% of the employment. But still, the majority of them are lacking access or don't have enough access to credit from banks or alternative lenders. More than 75% of the application are being denied. And with COVID-19 situation, it's just getting worse. It's not getting better. The reason why the process is done and the reason why there is a denial of access to credit is, first of all, it's a manual intensive process that takes in average 21 days. Collecting the financials, collecting the different reports and processing it costs a lot of money and takes a long time. Second, it's missing critical information. When you get profit and loss, P&L or balance sheet reports of 2018 or 2019, it doesn't give you the certainty or the confidence providing credit, because specifically at this time, markets are changing very dramatically, very fast, and every day counts. Third, we don't have tools to provide us ongoing monitoring. All we have is on point in time data. So we have information for a specific point in time, we take a decision, and then we're lacking the tools to assess the risk as we see 3 months forward or 6 months forward or every year. In CRiskCo, our mission is to empower lenders to have complete credit risk control and real-time visibility into the health of their SME loan book, small and medium enterprise. We do it by helping or accessing machine learning, predictive analytics, and artificial intelligence to help us to create this picture or profile of companies and to have the tools to assess the risk. What we want to provide, or the opportunity here, is first of all automation, full automation of the underwriting process. Provide you the tools to have a strong predictability or strong prediction of default and what's the likelihood of a default. And in the end, provide you the tools to provide ongoing monitoring that's fully automated. So every month, every 3 months, every 6 months, you know what's the risk of your portfolio. To solve it, CRiskCo created the onboarding process. It's a one-click process that takes less than a minute, where you connect to the SAP in Mexico or to the company house in the UK, the Australian tax office in Australia, and to leading accounting system like COI, QuickBooks, Xero, SAP, Sage. And by this, you can create a valid real-time picture of the business, of the financial and insights on the company. CRiskCo actually is a layer, a intermediate layer between the lender and the client, where we provide a simple onboarding process to the client. And after we get the client permission, we collect information from different data sources as SAP or COI, and then we standardize the data. We take the deep accounting information, transform it to credit worthiness information. For example, what's the day sales outstanding? How much time it takes the company to collect financials? How much sales do they have? How much revenues do they have? What's the trend? Is it a positive trend, a negative trend? And then we run our machine learning algorithm on top of it, because they can compare different profiles for different companies. And we can create a similarity between different profiles. So if a profile of a company is more similar to a defaulted company, then the score is lower. And if a profile of a company is similar to successful and growing company, then your score is higher. The result is a rich financial report with all the metrics you need to do underwriting, but also a new innovative predictive model to allow you to understand the risks in this company. We operate in Australia, where we connect to the Australian tax office, Mexico connected to the SAT, the US, and the UK, which we connect to the company house. And of course, in all those global markets, we connect to the leading accounting system or ERP systems. Let me show you a quick demo of how it looks for the Innovative Bank, a demo in Mexico, where they connect only to the SAP. So the customers arrive, they put in the email, and then they've been asked to provide their credentials to the SAP. By providing the online credentials, they are encrypted and saved in the highest protocols. But once we say connect, it takes few seconds, and then we connect to the SAP from the API. We collect the information and get the full report. What do we have in this full report? I'll touch only a few points. In here, you can see the expenses on the top left, the expenses in 2018 versus 2019. We see 9% reduction of expenses. So that's a very positive trend for this company. On the other hand, we can see on the revenue on the last line, and the revenue will see that it went up from 1.9 million to 2 million pesos in revenue. So we see a 6% increase in revenue versus 9% decrease of expenses, a very good trend. Hopefully all companies will grow the revenue while reducing expenses. We can also see more detailed information, like how many active customers they had every year. And we see here a positive trend of growing number of customers. What's the DSO, Days Sales Outstanding? And here in this demo, we see a different version of the DSO, where if in the past they were able to collect financials every 46 days, collect money, then it took them 54 days to take money. And now in February 2020, we see 101 days. Maybe it's because of the COVID-19. Of course, this is the demo and we play with it. All the analytics are coming as a numbers themselves and are available through our RESTful API, through our dashboard, or through a download to Excel file. But also you have visual effects. So we have visibility into all those numbers so you can actually get an effect and to see it and very quickly understand what's going on in this company. From the SAT, we get the statement year by year, and we also check all the customers and all the suppliers in the company itself in the US OFAC list, the blacklist from the US legal department, and the SAT, the Mexico blacklist, to understand that the status is okay and the paying taxes are legitimate and not existing in those lists. So we can actually see if there's some wrong customer or provider that's are in the books, we can identify it automatically and very easily. CRiskCo approved our product that we presented to you today. It's a white label solution. So every bank or lender we can create a custom white label solution for them where the customer comes in, see the brand, see the communication in Spanish or in any language that you want, and we continue the connection and collect the information. Now, the client loves us because it's a very simple 1-minute process and everything is digital and onboarding without the hassle of getting different reports. But the lenders love us because it's a fast integration. From the day we sign, the next day you can have an up and running online onboarding process. So it's less than a day to be up and running. The risk assessment using artificial intelligence is very easy to consume and to understand. So you can get better insights into your portfolio and your customer risk. This is a real-time data. All the information comes from yesterday, and we're going week by week automatically to bring more information and the new insights, on the system. So you get real-time visibility in your credit portfolio week by week. And lastly, it reduces human error. It doesn't ask you how well do you know the CEO, how well do you know the accountant, who talked to you on the phone, who calls more. It relies on significant numbers, and you can compare different companies one by one because we have one single profile of a company. So you can learn this profile and compare this profile to other companies. We are global and we work in global coverage. We have lenders from the UK, US, Australia, and Mexico from this year. We work with big partners like Finasta, who's been a big supporter of us and is one of the biggest core provider in the bankers, to banks and financial institutions in the world. Our team is diverse and coming from different backgrounds. Nofargon from my team is coming from ANZ, been the underwriter from ANZ Australia for many years and came to us to be a product guy. Kasia, who's our director in Australia, she came from Deloitte and KPMG, where she led a senior leadership roles of change management and how to communicate the change into banks and financial institutions. And myself, with a background in data science and computer science, coming from SAP, where I spent most of my early days in the R&D labs in Israel in Ra'anana, and then in China and Shanghai. Later on, been one of the first team, the core team of eLoan, the first peer-to-peer lending platform in Israel. Currently today, living in New York. We are winner of BBVA Open Card competition, and this is how we've been introduced into the Mexican market. And we are supported by Plug and Play, one of the leading tech hubs in Silicon Valley, and ICBA, the Independent Community Bankers of America, has been supporting us and helping us for the past 2 years. I invite you to reach out and talk. I have Chen from my team and myself are online this conference and are available for meetings, calls, WhatsApp, messages. Reach out to us at contact@CRiskCo.com, also the portal. Thank you very much for listening, and hopefully we can do business together in the future. Thank you very much.